Cancer. I've got a tarot reading for you for the month of September. When you first look at the spread, you think, oh, it doesn't look that good. But when you look a bit more closely, you can see that the negative effects were really in the past. You're still responding to them, but things are much more positive now. And what do I mean the negative effects were in the past? Well, we have a tower in the recent past. Now, I mean, the way to read a tower is that it's necessary. But right at the moment, towers are extremely necessary. They're causing a realignment of our beliefs. And our actions follow our beliefs. So, causing a realignment of how we live our lives. Because they were built on a wrong foundation. Often, right now, for many signs, people who have betrayed us are being exposed. And you can see how that changes our beliefs. And certainly for you, right now, some information is coming to you. Were you betrayed over money? It's possible, because the energy running throughout the entire reading is that of you being careful. You could say tight with your money. But I think a lot of people are feeling that way because a lot of people have been betrayed. A lot of people have lost money. So they are being careful. The future maybe sees you overcoming this betrayal. Certainly got a great deal of confidence. Somebody that works with other people. Maybe he's in danger of using them a little, but I'm not certain that's what it's telling us. What has led to this is you've opened your heart up to love. Lovely energy, this, of the Knight of Cups. Where's his heart on his sleeve, So you've opened yourself up to love, you're full of love. And that has led you to manifesting, I believe. And this has given you the confidence to step into this energy of the Queen of Wands. However, if you were to pay a little bit more attention, there is karmic judgment going on. Probably karmic judgment against those who've wronged you. And if you could spot that, then maybe that would lead you on a different trajectory. And the overall energy that runs through this reading is the Four of Pentacles. So it's an energy of you being careful with your money, energy with you being could be accused of being miserly. I don't think I will accuse you of that right now, because we live in times when many of us have experienced a loss of money, possibly a loss of money through betrayal. Many of us are saying, well, do we need to tighten our belts? Well, it would make sense to, because we can't see where the next penny is coming from. So many of us are doing exactly that. Which is what makes me think that you have in the past been betrayed over money. You might not have been, but it does lead me to consider that that might be what's behind all of this. And in the past, we do have a very clear indication of a life-changing event, something that's shaken the very foundations of your life. I believe also your beliefs and your belief system. Was it betrayal? We don't know. It could be betrayal. Was it betrayal over money? Again, we don't know. So there's two conjectures there that we don't know about. Now, always the tower is a good thing. It's because you've built your edifice on an unstable foundation. So if it's beliefs, your beliefs are based on incorrect premises. And it was needed to come down because of, as I say, it was based on falsehoods. So I think it is a very necessary thing, but particularly right now, all of these towers that are occurring, and there's an awful lot of them, they do seem to be about exposing those who've betrayed you. And, you know, given that we've got this Four of Pentacles, it suggests to me that it was about wealth or finances, money, but we really don't know. As I say, these towers at the moment seem to be as much about belief systems as they are physical events. I think in your case it might have been a physical betrayal over money, but it's more to do with the psychology of how that alters your belief system. You know, that things that you thought were secure, things that you thought were trustworthy, have turned out to be anything but. And once that happens, what can you believe in? And I think you go out searching. What can you believe in? Where is the truth? Where is the information? And I think it does come to you. It comes to you pretty quickly. You understand at least enough to alter your belief system, alter your views on things. That really is what I think is happening here. Overall, you know, despite it looking negative, I'm feeling this is quite a positive spread. In the future, we have the energy of the Queen of Wands, and I do see this as very positive. This is you finding a new confidence. Well, after a tower moment, that's got to be a great thing, you know. So it is as though September is a month in which you do sort yourself out. And it's, as I keep saying, as much about sorting your head as it is about sorting your life, as it were. So I do see this as very positive, very confident. She's somebody that's very good at working with others, somebody that's good at getting the best out of others. And again, I think that's very positive. There is a danger, and it's not necessarily saying that that danger is here, but there is a danger that she uses people a little, and the new paradigm's going to be about love and nurturing and not using others. But as I say, there's no real suggestion that that's here. Now, the new you, as it were, and what leads you to the outcome, what leads you to this confidence, I think, is you embracing love, which is why you probably don't use people. Absolutely embracing love. This is a lovely card. He's the sort of person, it's a knight, so a knight of cups, you know, sort of person that everybody loves. And he loves everybody. Wears his heart on his sleeve. You can't help but love him, you know. Maybe gets himself into some situations in terms of love as a result, but I don't think there's anything willful about him. I think he's just a very, very loving person. And I said what was maybe missing from the trajectory that we had for the future was love. Well, here we have love, so, you know, you seem to be heading in the right direction. It seems to be entirely positive, if you ask me. And karmic retribution is in the air. We can all feel it. We probably many of us have witnessed it. Those who've used greed, those who've deceived, those who've lied, they are being exposed. Some of them are being punished for it. Which is why we don't need to worry about it ourselves, because it's all in hand. And I think if you could spot this, then your trajectory might be a bit different. I'm not against your trajectory, but it's a slightly controlling trajectory, and you don't need to control, because the universe is finding the right balance. You don't need to do anything. In fact, it's people thinking that they should have the right to control the universe that's led to this disastrous position that the world is in today. So if only you could spot this, I think your trajectory could be better. I'm not saying that you've got a bad trajectory, I'm just saying that it could be better. You might be surprised at me saying that you're a little bit controlling, but the outcome is the magician energy of manifestation, an energy of bringing things together, particularly love. And remember, it's the night of love that leads to this, but particularly love, through love, that you can manifest things, manifest a better world, manifest something new for yourself. And that's entirely understandable, and there's nothing wrong with that as a trajectory. But I think there is just this suggestion here that if you were less controlling and put your hands in the universe a little bit more, things could be even better for you. Just a suggestion. I don't want to take it too far. And I'm not going to get any clarity. I think we can summarise for you, Cancer. Cancer, what I see in this spread is somebody that is experiencing many of the things, including the negativities, that most of us are feeling, but somebody that's dealing with it rather well. Money is tight at the moment, and maybe you're being overly tight with money, but I don't think you are. I think you're responding to the conditions. And those conditions are that probably you've been betrayed over money. Doesn't have to be, but there's been a bitter ending. I think that ending was necessary. It probably exposed somebody who was deceiving you over money. And you go out and you look for, well, why has it happened? You sort of understand, you learn from it. Not just you learn from it, but you realise that it was sent so that you would learn from it. So you understand it's a learning experience. As I say, you perhaps a little bit miserly, but it doesn't strike me as the bad response. But the real response from you is that you open yourself up to love. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You love everyone and everything, and you see the world through rose-coloured spectacles. That's wonderful after this betrayal, I think you're doing exactly the right thing, and because of your fill of love, you're able to manifest quite successfully. And I think you realise that the future is working with others. You also realise that if you're not confident, well, you can't look to anybody else for confidence, so you have to show confidence. There could be a downside that you're a bit manipulative of people, but there's no real suggestion of that. So it's a good outcome, it's good. But the universe is just saying, well, hang on a minute. If you look around you, you will see that those who've lied and cheated and were greedy, slowly they're getting their karmic judgment. Slowly they're being punished for what they've done. And if you look at that, you will realise there's no need for you to be so controlling. After all, many of those being punished, yes, they were greedy, but often what was really driving them was a belief that they had both the right, but almost also what can I say, a divine, well, a divine right. I mean more than that, an obligation to do what they were doing. An obligation that they were helping their fellow man by being greedy. By imposing their will on others, they were doing fellow man a good thing because they're right and others are wrong. And that's a very big energy that's coming through at the moment. And you are picking up on it, but maybe not acting on it. And I don't think it matters, but it is saying to you there could be another way here that you ought to consider.